What's up, guys? Today we're going to be taking the running boards off of a 2015 Land Rover LR4. I haven't seen any good videos online about this. Maybe I'm missing them, but I figured that I would do it for you. I already took one side off, which is why I'm sweating, and it's South Carolina, like 87 degrees right now. So yeah, I'll give you a quick tour of the vehicle, quick walk around and show you the difference between no running boards and running board, and then we'll do step-by-step instructions on how to take it off. All right. So here she is, really good condition. I've been part of the Land Cruiser world. I had a 100 series just recently, and I don't know, I was just ready for another project, and it's crazy how expensive Land Cruisers are. And yeah, I just wanted to try something different. This is the first LR4 I've ever owned. And yeah, you can see right there, no running boards versus running boards. Boo. All right, let's get to it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is right down in here, there are two screws that you can see right there. They hold on this bottom trim piece. We're going to take those off. All right, so we got those out using this right here. And the next thing, there are two push pins under here. There's one right here. And then if we scoot down, there's another one right here. We're going to have to take both of those out, and then we'll work on the actual bolts themselves. All right, so I got those out with this tool right here, and the next thing we're going to do is open the doors. And I'm going to start from the back, and I'm just going to start pulling this piece here, just like this. The door kind of gets in the way, so we'll have to maneuver around that. You know, on the other side, I went ahead and took these off too. I didn't think I was going to have to, but I'm going to go ahead and do that too. And so, where's my screwdriver? So, I'm just going to use a big flathead screwdriver. And you stick it down here. Sorry, I'm trying to like hold my phone and do this at the same time. And you just start popping it up like that. And I will say, I don't know shit about cars. This is like, I'm not like an expert doing this, as you probably could imagine by my lack of knowledge about the names of tools. I just like to show a picture of them. You can figure it out. You guys probably know more than I do. All right, cool. So these pieces are out. Here we go. Gonna toss those to the side. And now we could continue pulling. And then pulling from the front too. And you got to keep this piece in good shape, because we'll be putting it back on. Anyway, I got to put my phone down to get this out, but you get it. You see what I'm doing. All right, so here we are. Got that out. And so that exposes these right here. There's one, there's four right here, and there's two more over here. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all of them except for the far right one and the far left one. And that's only because when I remove the screws from underneath, I still want it to be held in place so I could do the final removal of these outer two. Okay, so now I have all of them out except for that one. And this one over here, I used this tool. Let's see, T40. I don't know. It's a hex head there. Anyway, I'm gonna get underneath, and there's I think seven. So there's 2 here. You know, we have all these here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. And then 2 more down here. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove all those because the weight will still be held up by the 2 that I left in from the front. So I'm gonna get to work on that. All right, so I have all 7 of those removed. And so now I'm gonna go up here to the front and I'm going to just loosen this one a little bit. I'm not gonna take it all the way out. I'm gonna loosen it, and then I'm gonna go to the back and I'm going to take this one all the way out, and I'm just gonna let it, you know, slowly, gently drop it down to the floor. And then I'll come up here and I'll remove this one. All right, cool. I'll check back in a minute. So here we are. I have the back removed, and now I'm just gonna finish taking this one out, and we'll do some cleanup and, you know, put it all back together. All right, sweet. So I gave everything a quick wipe down too, because why not? No point in putting back on dirty. Wipe the trim piece off too. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next, is I'm gonna, you know, put all those hex balls back where I found them, just in case I need them in the future. They're there. I don't have to try to keep up with them. And I'm gonna put the trim piece on and those 2 screws. And I'll check back in with you after I do that, and we'll see what the final product looks like. All right, so here we are. I have the trim piece back on, all the screws and bolts where they're supposed to go. Check it out. I think it looks pretty good. Definitely looks better. Definitely less dad and closer to daddy. Speaking of which, in one of the next videos, here we go, baby. She's getting some new shoes, some new wheels and new shoes. I'm not gonna spoil it too much yet, but just a little teaser. All right, so I appreciate you tuning in, and I hope it saved you some time and effort. Again, I didn't really see a great video. I saw people like grinding shit away, and you don't really need to do that. Just take off one little easy trim piece and take out some, you know, bolts and put everything back together, and it's easy as that. And if you ever go to sell it or want to use them in the future, you can. All right, see you in the next video. Have a good day.